Well, hello, water signs, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. We're just a smidge late on our new moon today. We're still in that new moon energy. I think we're still feeling out that Leo-ness. I kind of want to look at that, honestly. Still feeling that Leo-ness for a little bit here. We are, moving into Virgo. Moving into Virgo. There it is. It updated. Look at that. But yes, I was going to do your reads last night, and it was a dark and stormy night. And, the power was just kind of flickering off and on, and I don't have a great surge protector for my computer, so it's like, I'm not going to risk blowing the whole thing just to push through. We're still riding some new moon energy. We're still at a low percentage, and it's all good. It's all good. Besides, a little bit of that Virgo energy kicking in is definitely being ignited by that Leo energy. I'm getting, personally, a lot of new ideas about how to go about structuring things, how to go about doing things, even with this channel. Maybe I'll do something different with my videos. Definitely have been running into some technical difficulties as well as direct sabotage and all kinds of crazy things, but animal signs, I ran over a snake the other day. I don't know if you've been keeping up, but I've been seeing a lot of dead snakes as animal signs, and not like the little snakes that you see running around in the garden or anything like that, or slithering around in the garden. They're not like little baby snakes or garden snakes or anything like that. These are big ass snakes. They're just in the road. And I hit a snake. I felt bad about it. I did. Every time I pass one, I'm like, oh, it's an animal sign of, snakes being taken out of the equation, but being the person who took, that bad snake out, I felt it. It was still a soul, and I still felt it, and I still felt bad about it. And that's really how I do feel about it all the time. As angry as I can be about things, it kind of hurts to watch others suffer. Regardless, can't turn that empathy off. We do become a sociopath. That's a whole other Ronnie's rants we'll get into at some point. Look at that. This intro is a little bit longer. It's just me tirading. But yes, new moon, water signs. We're starting with Cancer, and I'm so excited to get into everybody's reads. So let's get going. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Ooh, Cancer. Hello, Cancer. I'm not lying. I'm so excited to get into everybody's reads today. I really am. The weather, we have had lots of storms rolling through. The wind has been blustery and just blowing things about like craziness, and my air reads went nuts. In a fun way. I mean, it was productive. It was cool. But yeah, the storms have been rolling in, and it's neat. I enjoy a good storm for sure. So, how's my Cancers doing? What are we doing for our new moon? Again, the ignition of that Leo kicking off the Virgo organizational abilities, the bureaucracy, if you will, of the Virgo has definitely been doing some cool things. So I'm excited about it. That King of Swords. I think it's really cool. You can barely see the sword in this side. What you do see is a sickle down here at the bottom. That's what we get. And it is indeed that dark and stormy night. Vibes. This king has traded in his sword for the scythe in order to take up the work that he knows he needs to do. That sword has turned into a action. It is no longer a thought. It is no longer something that we are just talking about. We are actually picking up a sickle and getting to work and doing the damn thing. Oh, chills. This is why I love these water reads. It's fun. It's Use, guys. You hit spots that I didn't even know I had. It's good. It's good. This king is getting to work. Regardless of if the work is being inspired by past follies, which is definitely a possibility here. He's learned his lessons, and again, we're not sitting around and just talking about it anymore. We're not just thinking about it. We're not just whipping it around in our heads. We are finally picking up and doing the damn thing. Oh, and it's going to take strength. It is going to take courage to face down that devil. Yes, it is. But we are infinitely strong. We are infinitely courageous. We have that lion on our side. We are a part of that lion's pride. Yes. And the hermit. The hermit as well. I don't usually call out astrological signs for the cards. I'm honestly not the best at it yet, but I do know that the hermit is that Virgo card. And with the lion in the Virgo, with the Leo and then the Virgo, it does. It's heavily influenced. Your transitions are heavily influenced. We are taking those thoughts and ideas and putting them into action because that Leo fire has ignited our ability to put things into their proper place. Justice. Justice is in. Justice has come in. We are in session. You were the ones that were doing court. Is court back in session? The Five of Pentacles came out sideways. How very balanced of it. It seems as if this Five of Pentacles is being weighed on Justice's scale. Balanced out, if you were. Especially if this is a court situation, if one person has had the upper hand for a long time, I think that is a good sign. Knight of Cups came out sideways for the other side of our scale. We have the have-not, and we have the overfilling cup of offering. Being balanced out. That's what's being weighed right now. Our physical lack, or lack mentality, and our emotional security. But it will be balanced. If we place them on the scales, actions will be taken by our justice. The haves of plenty and the have-nots will meet in the middle. Good times. That's not the card that I thought fell out. Page of Wands. Always on that Phoenix side, too. Always on that Phoenix side. I'm going to see if I can find that card, because I'm pretty sure I saw a different card. No? That's weird. That was the only one. That was the only one. Fell right into my lap. That Knight of Wands did. Page. That Page of Wands. Yeah. I mean, Phoenix rising from the ashes. You have your physical self, your emotional self, and now you have your spirit self showing up here as well. And I'll say it one more times, because that's the theme, apparently, for my pages right now. And, you know, we like to call them young, we like to call them naive. They don't really know what they're doing, but you know what they do have is passion. They have a divine spark and initiation, that feeling that you get when you first come up with a great idea or do something amazing, or you make a spiritual discovery about yourself. It's good energy. It is. We're not knocking on the pages this time around. No. We're gonna step back and we're gonna appreciate what a page brings to us. Though they don't know much, they got the heart, they got the drive. Everybody has to start somewhere. How interesting. Our Queen of Swords has shown up. She's almost reversed. Facing us. Almost reversed. For why? For death? For God? For God and death? Ten of Swords. It's not the death card. But it is a done mental situation. She says done, sets down the deck, and here comes our world here on the top of the deck, which is definitely a theme card for Cancers. I will say that for sure. Revolution is your, I don't know, theme of the year, apparently. It is. It's all revolution. Really big turns in the cycles, not just minor little bits. It's a bunch of tiny little bits of cycles closing out, that's for sure. But we're also starting fresh. It's just big revolution after another of this ending, new beginning, ending, new beginning, ending, new beginning. Will I, won't I? Yes, you will. Yes, you will. It all has a bigger purpose. It all has its place. It all is culminating for a reason. And again, with the major influences here. Starting fresh, all over again. Yeah, though this king and queen are a divine pair, we're on opposite sides. We're in opposite positions completely. Haves, have-nots. Kings and queens. It will be balanced. It is all being weighed now. Justice is back in. Court is back in session. We had a recess. We thought we were going to work it out. We didn't. It's fine. We've got everything working in our favor to bring justice in for us to close out the cycle and start new and start fresh. Dear Cancers, this is pretty cool. Honestly, it is a struggle. I'm not saying we're not facing down some demons, but you have everything backing you up. You are supported right now. You have so much good influences. Hold on to those and keep on fighting through it. You're going to do great things, Cancer. It's going to be big for you. We'll see you next time. Well, hello, Scorpio. How's your new moon treating you? Very interested. Super ready. Yeah, I'm gonna try to start my new moons with a cleansed palette. Allow new energies to come in to influence our reads, drawing in bit by bit growing and growing, new energies, new steps. The Hermit with the Four of Cups. What an interesting perspective for that Hermit to take. It's kind of like all that disappointment is what's leading that Hermit. Yeah, just kind of like getting a vibe from his face right now. All of that recent disappointment has kind of got that Hermit wanting to retreat into solitude because, like, fuck it. Why? What am I even waiting for? What am I really waiting for? I came here. What's coming in, Scorpios? You need that drive. Leo not igniting you enough. It's your dealio here. It's your problem here. Come on out there. The Devil in the Tower. They're turning around inside your brain. The Devil is playing with you, pulling on you with that Tower moment. And that's why you are stuck in this state of disappointment. That's why you want to retreat. But I think you should keep waiting. Don't leave just yet. I'm turning those back over. Let the thoughts pass. Let them be washed away in the stream like a leaf. Acknowledge them as they float by. Yes, yes, hello fears, I see you. But what's done is done, what's past is past. And all of the regrets and all of the sorrows, they're not here anymore. We're in a better place. Physically. Spiritually, we're growing. It's an emotional sort of block. But balance is coming in. If you stand here and wait just a little bit longer. I like this side of the Two of Cups because you do get that Ace of Cups there in the background where the two meet and come together. It's the mini lovers card. It's a pairing, it's a partnership, it's a teammate. And it doesn't have to necessarily be romantic love. Love is and is expressed in all kinds of different ways. It doesn't change what it is. Love is love. So don't retreat. Hold on to your light. Grip it firmly in your fist. Continue to focus on that. And dawn will come. Both of these have that early morning vibe. Coming out of a foggy day, and a dark night. It's true, but there is hope, there is renewal. There is opportunity for you to take your own wheel of fortune into your own hands and turn it yourself. We all are at the bottom of the wheel sometimes. We all have to go there. That is the part of revolution. You gotta start at the top and go to the bottom, and then you go back up to the top again. You can take the reins, take the wheel, Take the steering wheel and drive that cycle around. I was waiting for some swords. Hesitation, indecision. You're going to have to do it blindfolded. It's going to have to be a leap of faith. There ain't no getting around it. If you want to know the finer details, you can't have them. Why? Because it's a test. Because it's a test, and if you didn't do your homework, you're screwed. So hopefully you've been studying up on the subject. If it's just testing anxiety, we'll see how that goes. Just take that leap of faith and believe that you are going to figure it out, that you can feel your way through it. Be like in those cool kung fu movies or whatever, and what else is turning around in your brain? The magician. See, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. You're thinking. Did you say that? The magician. He's right there. You're thinking about it. We'll put you back in correctly because you already thought. I pulled that out just to elaborate. When they don't come out, but they flip around in the deck, like that's a thought turning over, like a gear grinding. Yes, yes. Keep grinding those gears. Keep working the wheel internally, and it will affect your external. And you gotta do it with your heart, your soul, your mind, and your body. Bring it all in. Start one, you will start another. Yeah, the Fool didn't come out completely reversed, but it did fall right onto that Two of Swords. That hesitation to start fresh, to go out into the unknown with not so much as a hope and a dream. But we all have to do it. Coming to grips with your own self-sufficiency, your own security. This came out sideways. We're not in it. We're not out of it. Keep working it. Keep turning it. You can start new. You can start fresh. You can find security in yourself, in your own independence. Queen of Pentacles come out separate. And she's not facing us. Is she focused? Is she weary? Is she us? Is she someone close to us? Someone who has moved away. Someone who has left. That's why she's not facing us. That's why she's way over here. It's an influence, but it's like a ghost. She's ghost. It's haunting you even. But hauntings are tricks of the mind. It is an effect on your mind. I'm not saying it's not coming from the spirit realm. I'm saying that your perception of it can be controlled. The High Priestess has come out all the way over here on our hermit retreat energy. She's not facing us, but she is still guiding us into our own intuitions. Yeah. Are you seeing real ghosts? Are you seeing real ghosts right now here, Scorpio? Let me know. Send me an email. I'm curious. Throw in a comment or something. This could either be the idea of a ghost. When we say like, oh, this person, we broke up so long ago, they're like a ghost now. They're just a memory. There's also literal ghosts. There are actual ghosts. So if you are being directly haunted by an actual ghost, I'm interested. I'd love to hear a good ghost story. Bring it in. Bring it in. If you have this High Priestess coming out, then you're being called somewhere for something. So let me know. Right now. But yeah, it is calling you to sharpen those skills. If you are a medium, you might have a job to do. We're still indecisive. We're still like, no, but we lost this. We tried it, and we lost it. So that's also kind of hindering back to a metaphorical ghost. But we lost, and we're mad about it. We don't feel good about it. Turning over in your brain. Courage, strength, and that good old Phoenix energy, Page of Wands, buddy here. Starting fresh from the ashes. Be courageous, be strong. Don't let this situation, don't let this thought, don't let this ghost beat you down anymore. You're thinking all of these thoughts without actually acting on any of them because of this state of indecision. Yeah, especially if you are dealing with an actual ghost. You're a real live medium who is experienced or completely unexperienced. You're not crazy. There, how about that? You're not crazy. Just so you know, there are actual studies out there where they examined people with schizophrenia, people who hear voices. They studied their brains and their bodies when they were experiencing these voices. So they had like things testing like their ears and stuff like that. 86% of statistics are made up on the spot, but it was like 80% or something like that of people who were hearing voices had an actual reverberation, an actual audio reaction inside of their eardrums. They were physically and actually hearing something on a different frequency than other people can hear, and that is why people thought that they were crazy. That's why they were locked up. Now, they didn't release these people because they were actually hearing real voices, obviously, but that's a thing. It's a real thing. There is a significant number of people, couldn't tell you what the statistic is, but a significant number of people actually really do hear things that other people don't. It's real. It's really real, whether it's coming from spirit, the spirit of existence, of life, of creation, of source, or it is spirits of energies. There are countless ways to see, hear, feel, smell, all of this stuff. And if you're unfamiliar with the veil, get yourself familiar, because that's what's being called here. I can see why you would want to retreat. I can see why you would be hesitant. Yeah, you're going to be called crazy. You're going to be looked at like a weirdo. But you probably already have been. Honestly. So that all probably happened for a reason, right? I was always looked at like a weirdo. Couldn't help it. I'm a weirdo. It's okay. It's fine. Write it out. Investigate further into yourself, into your own intuition, and figure it out, Scorpios. What an interesting read. I told you these were going to be good. I gotta stop right now because these are going to end up being like all individual stories. That's what's going to end up happening. Darn Leo, Virgo stuffs. But thank you. Thank you. And we're going to see you next moon. Super excited for this journey. So let me know what's happening. Interested. I'm in. Bring it. Ooh, Scorpios. 2 questions for your 2 swords. If you're talking to a ghost, what do they want? And what do you want to do about it? Have fun, Scorpios. Oh, hey, Pisces. It's been a fun journey so far. How you doing this new moon? Change your decks. You're going steampunk. You're hitting the home bases today. Definitely started a whole read that did not even record. With the other deck, I pulled one card and was like, oh, I'm on the wrong deck. Stop the recording to go get the other deck. Totally gonna use it. No. Not even there. It's all gone. So steampunks we go. 10 of Pentacles. You don't say. So we also have the Emperor, Page of Swords, and an Ace of Wands. So the vibe we're rolling in, the vibe we're riding in, is having that shit locked down together. Living the dream. These didn't come out facing me directly. So it is a little bit of an inner working, a mastery, of sword and spirit. And both of those journeys are a little new, a little fresh. Definitely venturing off into uncharted territory, but you're very solid in it. If this is the goal that you have in mind, Pisces, then though it may still be a bit behind the curtain, you've got it all lit up, planned out. You've got that divine spark of initiation, of beginnings. Them's pages. And a pocket full of aces. It's a well laid out plan. She says as the devil so slyly sneaks up, putting his fingers into the mix. State your purpose, devil. Temperance in reverse. War of angels and demons, is it? Your dark side and your light side. speaking. I'm interested. You got my attention. We're getting started. We have goals. We have plans. We're doing the damn thing. All these fresh starts. And such a dramatic stop. Such a dramatic pause. Such heavy feelings of like doubts, insecurities, worries, stress, anxieties, depression. All of that old stuff is getting kicked up. But you know what I say about that, right? When you're kicking up dirt, keep digging. You're almost there. If you are erupting some toxic energies, take notice, because these things are bubbling up to come out and be released. Finding your balance, turning this temperance to the right side. Harmonizing your dark and light. Sometimes people like to think that making friends with your dark side means that you have to give in to those devil energies and be that baddie. That bad monster of the week. But really, true shadow work is about embracing and understanding your darkness and approaching it from a much more feminine aspect. You can't fight a devil, you can't fight a demon, you can't fight this kind of hate with more hate, or with big weapons, or a big war, or anything like that. You have to fight it with love and compassion and understanding. Your shadow exists for a reason. It's there to protect you. And yeah, it can overrun us and overtake us, and it is a hungry, hungry beast. But you still need to give it love. Even if it is a rabid dog, it's yours. It's yours and you're not getting rid of it. So you need to learn how to tame the beast. Bring that temperance back in. Alright, story time over. We'll get into the rest of your bits. Page of Pentacles. With that Eight of Pentacles. Bringing up more initiation, more start, more call for you to keep on working. Doing that shadow work. This page is coming out from behind the curtain. From the shadows. Bringing in that new cycle. Somebody may be trying to sabotage your ride, and it very well might be you. Getting in your own way, sabotaging your own self, stopping yourself from your progression, from your movement forward. But you know what you need to do? Put an end to it. In comes death. Death to fear, death to worry, death to anxiety, death to the devil. And again, when I say this, we're talking about ending this destructive cycle. This isn't, again, killing your shadow. You can't kill your shadow. It's part of you. You have to exist within it. It's there, just like your light side. Just like your middle self. We're all here working together to figure out this whole thing. But right now you need to acknowledge your fears. Recognize where they're coming from, where they're stepping into your life, why those things are coming up for you. Acknowledge them and compromise. Compromise with your shadow. That is my overall resounding advice for all of those doing shadow work, is find compromise. If your shadow is being triggered, there's a reason. There is. I'm not saying that there isn't reason to fear. That exists to keep you alive. But you can't overreact. Your shadow definitely will overreact. So, compromise with it. If you feel a need for community, but you're afraid of how you're going to be received, say, well, Shadow, I hear you, but we're going to step out just a little bit. We're going to take actions to keep ourselves safe, but we're still going to do it. That's all it is. It's just thinking through your plans. The shadow is pulling you to a stop simply so that you can examine the dangers, assess the situation. Is this really life-threatening, or does it just feel life-threatening? And how can I make it feel less scary? Bring in a parachute. Bring in your brass knuckles, whatever you need to make you feel safe, but don't let it stop you from going out there and moving forward. Keep moving forward. Push through it. Drive on through it with all of the fury and inspiration that you have here. If this is your goal, you gotta do your shadow work. If you don't, you're just gonna attract somebody as messed up in the head as you are right now. So work with your devils. Work with your demons. I'm not saying hand yourself over to them. I'm not saying give in to their wills and desires. I'm saying observe their fears for what they are and acknowledge what you can do about it to continue to push yourself forward, to bring an end to this cycle of fear, worry, anxiety, self-sabotage. Stop getting in your own way. Dear Pisces, what a fantastic read, honestly. You know what loves me some shadow work. Let's get into it. We'll see you next time. Ooh, water signs. That was good. It was good. Knew it would be. Just a lot of fun. I have so much fun doing this with you guys. We have a moon oracle. That was not the card that I thought it was. Realization is what has come to us. With self-awareness comes realization. Knowledge is power. Self-examination of your role within your situation is important. As we move into the early waxing cycle, light begins to shine upon the shadows, illuminating what is. This is the beginning of a powerful process, realization. When we decide to really examine our lives without fear or favor, it can be hard. This is no doubt an act of courage. We might not like what we discover, after all, yet without self-awareness and the will to act upon those realizations, we might not like what we discover, after all, yet without self-awareness, the will to act upon those realizations, whether we perceive them as negative or positive, we do not get to change and grow. The realization that we have a pattern, a bad habit, or a behavior that is causing us pain is a powerful position. Even though we may feel worry and pain around this discovery, we can then take personal responsibility to change our situation. Since we know our current position, knowing ourselves more completely enables us to accept ourselves more readily and dare to love exactly who we really are. That was a nice little tie-in for everybody. It was. Queen of the Moon really does a fine job of bringing us together. Yes, come into that realization, come into that light, come into that courage, and keep pushing yourselves forward, my water signs. It's gonna be a wild and great ride. honestly, and I can't wait to go on the adventure with you. So thank you for coming out, and we'll see you next time.